Grant, a few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, BA. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. Ja Morant is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's Davis. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's James in at the small forward position. Now here's Davis. Nice shot by Simmons.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Here's Miller. For three, Fears. Ben Simmons grabs the board. It's stolen away. Up top, Aldama. Checked by Davis. And Miller good for three.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Pass to Davis. Clock at 6. Miller against James. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
An impressive display. How about that look on the AT&T connected cam? For Toronto, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. 3 from Barnes. Here's Nembhard. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. Toronto shooting their first free throws of this game.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Nembhard. You know, Grant, with Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam, and OG Anunoby all winning on new teams, you wonder, did the Raptors have to blow it up?
You know, BA, it's a fair question, but Toronto's front office saw a ceiling. So the question is, can they do better with this rebuild? And it remains to be seen.
And he can't hit the second.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Davis, the pass to James. Back to Davis. And Davis gets double teamed. James, outside. Aldama grabs the board.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the Raptors head coach. Before long, we were talking about LeBron James, and he said, he's a focus for us tonight, absolutely. Coach shared, saying in clutch situations, we're ready to double James and be assertive. But I'm sure he knows that. LeBron, as always, on the minds of the opposition. Back to you guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Here's Davis. The shot's good on the assist by James.
Yeah, between his length and touch, Davis is the perfect interior player.
Now here's Nembhard. He's been a consistent contributor, averaging just over 11 a game. Simmons, the pass to James. Morant with a screen on Miller. The 3. Simmons, it's good on the putback.
Yes, he has the size, but you also have to be willing to be alert and active on the offensive glass. Ben Simmons, always a willing participant.
Here's Fears. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. And the shot goes. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Now here's Alvarado. He's guarded by Nembhard. Here's Morant. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Well, Morant's ability to overcome inside coverage with agility is so impressive.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Fears. Yet to see a basket. Barnes with a screen on Morant. For three, Fears. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Simmons has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's James. Simmons with a screen on Miller. Back to Simmons. Banked it in off the glass. Simmons has got 6.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
The Pelicans lead by 3. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Now, here's James. Turned in an outstanding game against Milwaukee. Launches it from deep. Barnes with the rebound.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Here's Fears. He's off on that one. Morant with a defensive effort. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. 3-point lead. James against Miller. Outside for Morant. Davis with a screen on Barnes. From deep, Morant. He can't get it to go. Toronto's gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Shoots off the step back. Alvarado with a rebound.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Now here's Morant. He had 25 points in his last game. Here's Davis. And finished off by Davis.
And the length is hard to contend with. Davis using all of it for the putback points there.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if there's something in the water in New Orleans or some bad juju, because they're certainly due for some better luck.
Just about halfway through the season. Let's take a look at the East. You take a look at Toronto, sitting in 7th place right now. They'd like to climb up the standings.
You know, for the Raptors, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Here's Fears, still without a bucket. Outside Barnes. Here's Aldama. Drops in the 3.
Well, you see Scotty Barnes' growth as a passer. Boy, that is an impressive look.
Now James. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Fires from deep. Barnes with the rebound.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Puts one up from 19, and that one drops for him. Barnes has got his second basket.
How about Scotty Barnes showing off his IQ and pick and roll? Does a nice job finding his teammate.
Now here's Morant. Defense right on him. Down low. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. To the inside. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Pelicans have gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. James with the ball. Simmons with a screen on Miller. To the middle. And it's Simmons! Slamming it home!
Oh, my goodness, the creativity and flair from Ben Simmons. Stop it now. Don't hurt him, Ben.
Aldama outside. Lets it go from deep. Offensive board. Barnes. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
2 shots.
Second
Foul.
foul.
Elbow. 2.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for New Orleans.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
First free throw is good. A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too.
Looking at who's out there now for Toronto. Smith, he's checked in for Aldama. John Collins comes in for Miller. And Moody is subbed in for Nimhart. Both free throws good from Barnes. And while the Raptors are rebuilding, they're not bottoming out like some teams out there, Grant.
Yeah, they have some pieces. I mean, some young guys who can really play. And with the lottery odds flattened out in the play-in tournament, that middle road is more agreeable than in years past.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Well, Grant, for a late first-round pick, Cam Thomas is a certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A. He's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide.
Free throw good. Thomas.
Boy, when you talk about rhythm scorer, the first guy or one of the first guys to come to mind is Cam Thomas. Very difficult to slow him down when he gets on a heater.
Rupert, he's checked in for Scotty Barnes. And both free throws good for Thomas. Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
Here's Fears. No points so far. And again, Toronto, no good.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
And here's Schroeder. Shoots over Fears. Shots good by Schroeder. And the Pelicans lead by 4.
Well, I do like seeing Schroeder get to the mid-range because that shot's still an important one in today's NBA.
Here's Collins. It's good.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
To the left side wing. Thomas outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's foul number 2 for him.
Now you have to be a little bit more cautious on the defensive end. That's his second, and there's a long way to go.
Huff, the pass to Schroeder. They set the screen. Rebound Toronto. Defeated by Utah in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
That's a game they know they probably could have won. And had a few more things gone their way, they would have.
You know what? The stats certainly look good. But the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments. And that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
He was gripping the rock on the way to the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Well, that's surprising. This guy is a good mid-range shooter, just can't get it to go.
Pass to Fears. The 3. It's hauled in by Connaughton.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Thomas has got 5 points.
We have watched Cam Thomas become more and more aggressive from three-point territory.
Collins outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now here's Thomas. And in that win against the Bucks, he was a major factor as well. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, guys. John Collins is becoming a knockdown shooter. He said, I think I've always had the ability to shoot. I'm just feeling it from three right now. My teammates are doing a good job of finding me in the spots that I like, and I've worked on my shot a lot, and I'm sort of settling into it. Back to you.
Very capable. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Thomas. Toronto making their last shot. Pass to Huff. Here's Queen. Still no points. Clock at 4. The deep three. The rebound by Moody.
What was he thinking? That's not within his range at all.
I'm a little surprised he would even attempt that shot. Much better to swing the ball to somebody else. It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
And here's Connaughton for 3. The shot won't fall. The Raptors with a lead. Let's go with a 3. And Fears hit from deep.
Is solid at playing with rhythm and pace. Fears knows exactly when to pull up off the dribble.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Can they get it? Huff, good.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Toronto leading by 3. Here's Fears. Pass to Rupert. Now Smith. There's the 3. No luck on that one. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Raptors. They're up by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Toronto.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And the other thing that's working for them tonight, getting out into the open floor. A lot of the damage coming in transition.
Brandon Miller is out there with Andrew Nimhart. Then there's John Collins. Then there's Santi Aldama. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
Oh, my goodness. John Collins with the emphatic finish.
And here are the Pelicans now. Toronto making their last shot. And they call an illegal screen here. And over the last month, these are the teams that have been getting it done on offense. Second, New Orleans.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Raptors lead by 5. Now here's Miller. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Pass to Aldama. Miller on the wing. Thomas to Fez. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. Outside Morant. And here's James. Davis with a screen on Barnes. James can't get it to go.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. And when the game is this close, you have to go all out.
He certainly understands his role, huh? When the shot goes up, just crashes the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
Here's Thomas. Toronto making their last shot. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's his first foul of the game. Morant, the pass to James. Davis with a screen on Barnes. 5 on the clock. Tries the spin move. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a one-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
Now here's Barnes. Misses the 3. James finds Thomas. Morant with a screen on Nembhard. Outside Morant. James up top. 3-pointer. LeBron sticks the triple.
You see there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill, but that 3-point shot is on point.
Collins with a screen on James. Here's Barnes using his post moves to get the 2 points. Barnes has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I'll tell you, an underrated thing right there. How effective that screen was. It just creates a lane to the cup.
They set the pick. James with the ball. He's picked up by Miller. It's going to be on LeBron James. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Raptors lead by 4. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Pass to Murray Boyles. Now here's Barnes. Pulls it from the top of the key. That's short off the rim.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Morant finds James. Out to the right wing. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Off target from 3-point range.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Here's Aldama. And that one, good. Aldama's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Here's Queen. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight for New Orleans. Simmons is checked in for Anthony Davis. And it's Jose Alvarado in for James.
1 shot.
Just an electrifying style on the court for Ja Morant. And Grant, he's not shy when it comes to confrontation.
Oh yeah, no, he's not ducking any smoke. But part of his maturation is choosing his battles, including trying to preserve his body from those fearless forays to the rim. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Wondering how the West is shaping up? Well, the midseason grind is in full force. Let's check out the standings. Taking a look at New Orleans. A decent start to the season. They're 7th in the conference, but hoping to climb higher.
You know, for New Orleans, they came into this season hoping to take a big leap forward. But so far, it just hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't been all bad, though. I mean, they've had some nice wins, and even if they're not an elite-level team, they still have the look of a playoff team.
And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Raptors lead by 3. Now Barnes. Give him 8 points now. Miller. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist. Barnes has got his 5th assist in this one.
What a smooth-looking shot from Mr. Miller. You set him up, he will knock it down.
Now here's Thomas. It's stolen by Barnes. By himself. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Morant looking for an opening. And he's going for the lob. Barnes with it. 10 points for him. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Toronto shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Toronto. Scotty Barnes. Shooting 1.
That free throw good from Barnes. Doris, you really got to love Scotty Barnes' infectious positive attitude.
B.A., those players that bring joy every single night to their craft, it absolutely permeates the rest of the roster. Not only is Scotty incredibly talented on both ends of the floor, but he's all about team, and he's trying to win, and those attributes absolutely affect the guys around him.
And so here is Toronto after the basket by New Orleans. Barnes passes to Miller. No good from outside. Pelicans trail by 9. Right side Morant. Here's the 3. Yes! A Morant 3!
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
And here's Barnes. 20 points for him last game against Utah.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
He's shooting free throws number 4 and 5 here.
At the line for Toronto. Scotty Barnes. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Barnes.
I think when you think Scotty Barnes, you think a well-defined skill set. He can pass, he can defend, he's got size. This guy can do it all.
Fears he's checked in for Toronto. And he makes both free throws.
They're not leaving any points at the free throw line this quarter. That's the best way to protect the lead.
Here's Morant. He's got 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Brandon Miller.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And Morant remains one of the most explosive guards in the league. A fearless competitor who doesn't back down from anyone and has unlimited confidence.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've led by as many as 11. And again, Toronto, no good. Pelicans trail by 6. Outside Morant. Now here's Simmons. Give him 8. Stolen by Miller. Beyond the arc. Here's Barnes. The rebound by Simmons. Simmons has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thomas, left side, takes the 3, fires in the triple. Thomas has got 10 points in the game.
Corner pocket, corner 3. Cam Thomas shaking free.
Pass to Miller. They set a pick. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
Shooting 2.
That's good for Miller. Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action, though.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller, and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Smith, he's checked in for Toronto. Moody comes in for Nembhard. And then for New Orleans, Huff's checked in for Queen. Connaughton comes in for Thomas. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Morant.
Yeah, with the size and versatility Miller brings to the table, he's a tough cover for just about anyone.
Pass to Fears. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by Connaughton. Pelicans trail by 4. Here's Simmons. And they double up Simmons. And here's Connaughton for 3. Rebounded by Murray Boyles. The Raptors have gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the second quarter. Smith with a screen on Simmons. Here's Miller. Oh, and he nails it from the high post. Miller's got 6 in the quarter.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Simmons. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Rupert, he's checked in for Toronto.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors, number 20.
And here are the Pelicans now. They trail by 6. Just 5 on the clock. Sends it home from 3-point land.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Pass to Rupert. And here's Smith. Here's Murray Boyles. No made baskets yet. Here's Fears. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Connaughton's got 4 rebounds now.
I'll tell you what, we know he's been struggling tonight, but his teammates have pitched in big time.
Well, at the rim, that's just a matter of size differential, right? That's usually the result.
Smith outside. With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. Number 1, New Orleans.
Well, offensively, people are moving without the ball, making the extra pass, and that's led to a high shooting percentage for them, really, over the last month.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Smith.
So far, Jalen Smith has proven to be a quality role player. This guy works his tail off both ends.
The Raptors making a switch here. Collins checked in. Smith hits them both. Here's Simmons. Give him 8 points now. On the wing, Connaughton. Pass to Huff. Outside Simmons. On the wing, Connaughton. the Pelicans hit again from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Rupert. Collins outside. Here's Rupert, covered by Connaughton. Back to Collins. Pass to Smith. The three is up. Alvarado with a rebound.
You wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the glass.
Simmons looking around. Here's Huff. And here's Connaughton for three. And again, it's New Orleans with a three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Smith outside. Pass to Rupert. Takes a three. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own three.
To the paint. Here's Huff. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. And it's a 5-point New Orleans lead.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Outside Moody. And there's a pick. Inside. Here's Smith. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Jalen Smith taking flight. Get up, young fella.
Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Simmons against Collins. The baseline, Jay. Huff can't get it to go.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
The three, Fears. Goes back up. Smith no good. New Orleans leading by 3.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Now Alvarado. Nice D from Moody. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Did you miss us? Stupid question. Of course you did, and we missed you. And tonight we kick off with our mid-season focus on power rankings.
Checking out Toronto, they're making their move up in the rankings. I tell you, right now, they're at the top, and everything's on a positive trend.
That's what it's about, trying to get better each and every day.
And now let's talk about those Pelicans. This game has been extremely competitive.
They're playing with the team-first attitude, making that extra pass. Shaq, that could have been you.
Oh, you need to check your receipts, sir. Over 3,000 career assists. Apology accepted.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Scotty Barnes with a strong contribution so far in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
New Orleans in the lead. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Ben Simmons. Ja Morant is out there with Jose Alvarado. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And of all LeBron's championship characteristics, and there are many, his greatest may be his unselfishness.
Barnes finds Nembhard. Back to Barnes. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Grant, LeBron has had so much recognition over the years, but truly, he might not get enough credit for what he's meant to the NBA.
Yeah, you might be right, B.A. Truly a global ambassador for the game of basketball. He set the standard for what a superstar can be, really, in any sport.
And the first one at the line is good.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The 4th pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
So hits one and misses one at the line. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for New Orleans. 4-point game. Pass to Alvarado. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Morant outside. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Barnes. Here's Fears. Looking to get back on track. James with the rebound.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
And the Pelicans hit again from deep.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Barnes against Simmons. Pass to Fears. Fires it from 18. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one.
Nothing going his way. Boy, it feels like he's forcing it and to no avail.
Easy money for Davis inside.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Barnes. And that time also a missed shot.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
Davis, that's good.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
You know what time it is, everyone? Time to make some noise and show some serious love to your Raptors. Why, say?
Just under 2.5 minutes into this 3rd quarter now.
Come get it, come get it.
Miller outside. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Toronto. On Sunday, they'll match up against the Aaron Fox and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Wednesday, they head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit.
And that game against Milwaukee, it's the 2nd game of a back-to-back, so you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
And he makes a first.
Well, Brandon Miller's agility is a big strength, guys. He can draw a lot of fouls when he's using that quickness.
Queen, he's checked in for Simmons. No good on the second free throw.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Queen, pass to Alvarado. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Alvarado's got 5.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's Fears. Toronto passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Nembhard for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Back to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Fears. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. To the inside. Aldama. And that one is hammered home.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half. They've been perfect from the field so far.
Barnes with it. He's got 16. This one for 3. That shot missing.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
James finds Morant. Outside Davis. Back to James. Over Miller. Another shot with 1 on the clock. And then Davis slams it in!
And that's unbelievable. Davis sky high doing his thing.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Raptors trail by 17. So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Checked in for New Orleans. And a chance for us here to check out the top passing teams in the league this past month. Number 1, New Orleans. Number 5, the Raptors.
These two teams have a great flow offensively over the last month. Always moving the ball and finding open teammates.
Here's Fears. Miller outside. Pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 5. And again, no good by Toronto. New Orleans leading by 17. Here's Queen. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. Davis has got 4 assists now tonight.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
Now here's Barnes. 16 points for him. Good on the shot. 15 points for Brandon Miller.
Yeah, a sign of things to come, hopefully. I mean, once Miller gets going, he is capable of dominating games.
Here's Morant. He's got 10. James outside. Outside Morant. Shoots over Fears. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got rebound number 8 now. James against Miller. To the middle. Here's Aldama. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Aldama's got 4 points in the quarter. The Pelicans lead by 15. Davis a screen. Doors for teams looking to trade away a big money player. It seems the landscape is getting more challenging.
BA, to me, roster construction is one of the single most difficult things in this league. First and foremost, there are rules in place that restrict salary acquisition. The other piece of this is there are now second aprons in place. So it's not just roster construction, it's sustaining a quality roster over time and keeping that continuity. Success in this league is tough.
Davis with it, picked up by Collins. Out to the right wing. And here's Morant outside. Rebound Toronto.
Well, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Now here's Thomas. Moody defends. And here's Thomas. Up again. Ferocious work on the boards by Davis.
And this is how intense Davis is on that offensive glass. He just loves stuffing misses back in.
And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. You got to like what Anthony Davis has done in this game.
Boy, he's been relentless. And to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Huff comes in for Davis. And it's Dennis Schroeder in for Ja Morant. Toronto passing it around. Moody from outside. And the Raptors miss again. The Pelicans lead by 15. Now the Pelicans in transition. Thomas passes to Schroeder. Fires for three. The rebound by Nembhard. Toronto's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Pass to Collins. And Collins Collins with the jam.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
And Schroeder has got the ball here for New Orleans. Thomas finds Schroeder. Now, here is James. Now Thomas. Moody defends. 5 to shoot. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
This is the strength we talk about when we reference Cam Thomas. It's hard to knock this guy off balance.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Free throw no good for Thomas.
You have to appreciate the strides Cam Thomas is making as a player. His confidence is growing. He attacks without hesitation. Lots to come with this guy.
Now, here is James. 11 points in the game. Pass to Huff. And here's Schroeder outside. And it's Toronto with a rebound. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And the Pelicans lead by 17.
Well, you have to take advantage of the chippies when you get them. Nice job by Dennis Schroeder in close.
The three from Barnes. Barnes drills the triple.
Well, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
New Orleans has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
New Orleans shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the Raptors making a change here. Smith's checked in. Raptors trail by 17. Now here's Miller. He's got 15. Smith outside. There's the triple. And again, Toronto with a triple.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
1:57 left to play in the third quarter. Here's James. Pass to Schroeder. Now, here is James. Started by Miller. James can't get it to go. The Raptors have gone 8 of 15 in the third quarter. And here's Collins for 3. He drops it from range. Collins has got 20.
John Collins has such a good feel for when to fire off the catch.
Pass to James. From the top of the key, Smith with the rebound.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Now Collins. Now Smith. He has 7. Nembhard outside. Shoots over Schroeder. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, step in, take the mid-range opportunity. Easy game for Andrew Nembhard.
Tipped. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And focusing on the small forward position here, the top rebounders at that spot this season. Number 5, LeBron James.
And their work on the glass plays such a key part in pretty much all of their games. I mean, they play bigger than other small forwards in this league.
Yeah, this is a very physical group of players, and all with a great nose for the ball. They don't shy away from getting down low and pounding the boards with the big guys. In fact, they just thrive on it.
Rupert, he's checked in for Nembhard. Here's Schroeder. Knocks down the 18-footer. Schroeder's got 6 points.
If you give Dennis Schroeder space, he is going to get into his mid-range game. Knocks down that one.
Toronto passing it around. Throws it up high. The steal. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Connaughton outside. Thomas against Smith. Knocks it loose. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Outside Moody. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be right back after this word. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, this is why great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. John Collins out there with Miller. Then there's Fears. Then there's Santi Aldama. And it's Rupert in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Aldama, no good. New Orleans leading by 11. Davis, the pass to Morant. Back to Davis. And here's Connaughton, guarded by Miller. Here's Davis. Excellent D there from Aldama. The Raptors shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Pass to Fears. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times. And that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Scotty Barnes is checked in for John Collins. And a change for the Pelicans. Alvarado's checked in. The Pelicans shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Morant, the pass to Alvarado. Back to Morant. From the arc. Connects from downtown.
That's his 3rd triple of the night. His 2nd since halftime.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Pass to Barnes. Here's Fears. Back to Barnes. And Davis with the block.
He is such an impactful defensive player. Davis's length and timing makes him a prime-time shot blocker. And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Barnes, no good. New Orleans leading by 16. Outside Simmons. Outside for Morant. Back to Simmons. 6 to shoot. That one is off. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Pass to Aldama. Outside Barnes. Here's Fears, hounded by Morant. Good work there as it goes.
Yes, Fears isn't a huge guard, but I think he's at his best around the rim.
And it's Morant with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Davis, and that one falls. Now 10 for 12 with that make.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And Miller the bucket on the assist by Barnes. Barnes has got assist number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The Pelicans lead by 14. Outside Davis. Lets it fly from 18. Toronto grabs the miss. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter here. It's Barnes on the wing. Thomas defends. Shot is up. Barnes, no good. For New Orleans, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this 4th quarter. And there's the lob. Simmons finds Davis. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. 22 points for Anthony Davis. Raptors trail by 16. Miller outside. Here's Spears. And it's Thomas with the rebound.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Davis, the pass to Moran. The kick out to Simmons. Davis, a screen. 13 feet out. Simmons, no good.
Boy, he was anticipating a little bit more defensive pressure, and that's one you think he's going to make.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And it's Simmons missing.
Oh, he had all the room he needed, just failed to convert it.
Here's Rupert. No good on the triple. The Pelicans lead by 14. Morant with it. Back to Simmons. Pass to Davis. Shot clock at 6. Barnes against Simmons. Another miss by Simmons. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter. Miller against Simmons. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, my. A powerful throwdown at its best. The defense wasn't quite effective enough right there, B.A.
He got all the room he needed. That's a jam you know this crowd's going to remember for a long time. Davis, that's good.
Boy, hard to operate any more efficiently than this guy has this quarter.
Raptors trail by 14. Here's Rupert. That three's off the mark. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. And it's Simmons with the jam. Great game for him. Double-double now.
Well, you love to see Simmons use that size to finish at the rim and let him know.
Barnes against Simmons. Pass to Aldama. Here's Miller. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Alvarado's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out left to the wing. Thomas outside. Now Morant. Davis a screen. Pulls it from 20. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Pelicans lead by 18.
And no one whips off the screen like Morant. Just so difficult to stay with him.
Pass to Barnes. Over Simmons. Good D by Simmons.
I'll give him a ton of credit here. He is trying to make plays, but nothing right now helping his team.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Morant's got 8 points in the quarter.
After hitting only 1 from downtown in the first half, he's exploded with 3 since.
Now Barnes. Here's Rupert. Back to Barnes. Shot to stop the run. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Now here's Alvarado. And here's Morant outside. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
Well, you can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Pass to Miller. Barnes a screen. Down low. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, you can see how dominant Scotty Barnes is capable of being. This guy is so aggressive right now.
And here's Davis. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, B.A., I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Now here's Morant. Aldama grabs the board. And here's Barnes. Pass to Rupert. Here's Miller. Offline with a three.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
What a drive by Davis. Using his size to force the defense to get sloppy and foul him in the act.
At the line for the Pelicans, Anthony Davis. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Quite simply, AD is one of the most impactful players in the league. Can take over a game on both ends.
Nembhard, he's checked in for Toronto. And a change for the Pelicans. James is checked in for Thomas. Both free throws good from Davis. Something the league has worked towards, seeing small market teams competing at a high level, Grant.
Yeah, this league isn't just for the big cities. Smart drafting and team development can make any organization elite. And, of course, that's the beauty of it all.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Now let's take a second to present our player of the game, Anthony Davis.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
Boy, it's not hard to be blown away by his level of play. It's never easy winning on the road, but to do it in this fashion, that's a special performance right there. Toronto's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Aldama outside. Pass to Miller. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA.
And the Pelicans miss again. Toronto shooting at about 44% so far. Pass to Nembhard. Now here's Miller. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
New Orleans leading by 22. Outside Davis. Pass to James.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Davis with it, working on Aldama. Clock at 6. Davis, that's good. Davis has got 28.
And what you love most about Davis is his confidence, because it's what helps him take over games.
Here's Miller. There's 1:40 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Lays it up and banks it in. 19 points in the game.
That's a move you won't see many guys make. Impressive stuff.
Pass to James. On the wing, Davis. And Doris, you think about the top scorers in this league. They're creating those points with greater efficiency than in decades past.
Analytics is increasingly a part of the game. Teams are now understanding that 3 is more than 2, and if you don't make enough of them, you have a math problem. And then the other highly valued shots in the game, and maybe the most valued shots, are restricted area 2s. Listen, let's be smart about the game.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Pelicans.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And so this will lock down their 15th win of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for Anthony Davis.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
And down it goes, 2 points.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And so New Orleans takes this one by a large margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout.
Anthony,
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Anthony Davis.
I'm really 100, you doing too bad. Look, if I'm at a 10 and you like a 2, if you was a 10 then I'd be 200 divided by 2. I'm too good at math. Look, they got me started, I'm back on my and she got a